morning, HairFriends.
Hey, HairFriends!
Hi, HairFriends.
Oh my gosh, we're here today. It's a little rainy outside, it's a little dreary, but not in here. Not today, HairFriends. We're here with the one and only Kaitlin.
Hi, HairFriends.
Now, Kaitlin works with Tristan at the Blue Sky Salon in downtown Springfield, Missouri, 440 South Campbell Avenue.
Yes.
Yes. Kaitlin is our lovely little Libra that does hair, but also she is more than just a hairstylist. She actually is an educator, too. She teaches at a local downtown hair school.
Yes, it's called La Luna Academy. It's on the square in downtown Springfield.
I love that you're passionate about education, and I love when a stylist supports other stylists by opening yourself up to being an educator for them and for your clients. So,
Well, we do have a few questions for you, of course, because we're HairFriends. We have a list of questions that we would love to have answered by our HairFriends that are guests here on the HairFriend Network. Today, I want you to kind of start out by telling us what inspired you to do hair in general.
Yeah, so I've always had a passion for helping people, making people truly feel beautiful about themselves, not just on the outside, but also the inside. I'm also a very creative person. The whole 9 to 5 thing doesn't exactly work for me, sitting behind a desk all day. And so by doing hair, by getting into education, that helps fulfill my passion for actually helping people, whether it be, giving them their dream hair or, a lot of times hairstylist or therapist behind the chair.
Yes.
So, all of that also just whenever you do hair, you get opportunities sometimes to do free haircuts and stuff like that for people in need.
I can really relate to the fact that you said that 9 to 5 just kind of didn't work for you,
Yeah.
and you kind of chose a career in the service industry, especially where you can be creative.
Yes.
You're definitely creative with the hair. I've seen your social media. Where speaking of social media, where can the HairFriends find you on social media?
Yeah, so it's Kaitlin Rose McCarty on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Fantastic. Now, I know that you specifically work very hard to create a safe space for clients to get pro tips and tricks on how to do hair at home. Why is that important to you, and why is it important to your clients?
Yeah, so I think that as a person who's very introverted, a lot of social anxiety, we've seen over the course of 2020 that just kind of progressively got worse for some of us who already struggled with that before. And sometimes it's hard to leave your house, but you still doing your hair in the morning, maybe doing your makeup, still makes you feel good about yourself. So being able to provide that for people at home so that way they can get on social media and be able to play around with those hairstyles, I think that could help somebody be more confident to do their hair and they don't have to leave their house to figure that out.
And you're giving them the tools and the education to do it right.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Not judging.
Yes,
I love
not
that you're
judging
not-
at all.
Not only are you not judging, but you're not gatekeeping the education that you spent $20,000+
Yeah.
for, but you're also
Work.
giving that to them because they're not just purchasing as clients your highlight. They want to kind of know how you do everything. My clients, I don't know if yours are the same, but they love hearing how everything
Yes,
works. And
absolutely.
then they can take that home with them. I love that.
And their number one thing that they tell me at their service is my hair looks really great whenever I leave your chair. However, I don't know how to create that whenever I get home.
Wow, that's really cool that you're just very open about the education. Now, when it comes to the hair students, what do you see them needing or wanting to learn about the most?
I think that salon reality. They of course.
Interesting. What is salon reality?
Yeah, so they of course want to learn about doing hair and coloring hair. However, salon reality, cosmetology school is so much different than actually working day to day in a salon. Yes. So I think that they just want to know what to do whenever I get in the salon and I run into this problem, and how do I go about solving that problem? What is it like to work in a day-to-day salon? What are different tasks that you have to do? And I think just they want to know what to expect when they get out into the real world.
So with that, what inspired you to move from tips and tricks with your guests in the salon and helping teach them at home to teaching the students in the hair industry?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I want to share my passion. I have a huge passion for this industry. I have a passion for making people feel beautiful and see their worth. And I think just sharing that with these students and getting them excited to start in the hair industry, kind of teaching them reality. And it's going to be hard. You know, the first 3 years, it's going to be hard, but it's worth it.
Oh, I remember
in
when
the
you were
end.
building your clientele
Yeah.
the first few years. And it's like any other industry. You get your license, you get out there, and no
Yeah.
one knows you from
Yep.
Adam.
Yep.
No one knows your skill set. And you're really kind of relying on the hair friends that
Yes.
you're meeting along
Yes,
the way
exactly.
to really teach you and help you promote your business.
It's
100%.
the starving artist mentality. I think, like, as hair artists, we are artists, so you have to understand that you have to build clientele, you have to build your reputation, you have to work on your art all the time, and trends change, so you have
Every
to
day.
keep up with the trends.
Well,
Yeah.
continued education is very important. And
So
I know
important.
That you are a point person for that in your salon.
Yeah.
And that brings me to another question, too. How do you feel about hair students job shadowing and different salons prior to finding their new home? And how many salons do you recommend a new hair student who's just gotten their license should job shadow at?
I mean, I feel it's important for them. I encourage them, like, once they get out of, like, basics in school, that now's the time to do your research on salons. Find these salons. Spend the rest of your education shadowing as many salons as you can. Because every salon has a different vibe, has a different feel. And what may be, you know, a good vibe for you may not be for me. So
You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing
Yes,
you.
100%.
And so shadowing is
it's so
amazing.
important. I came with a list of questions whenever I shadowed at Blue Skies. Just because, like, it's so important to ask those questions and find the right home for you salon-wise. So the only way to do that is to get out there and shadow and get your name out there.
So how many did you job shadow?
I
before
job
you-
shadowed, I want to say 4 or 5 is what I job shadowed at whenever I was in school. Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
I was roughly the same.
Yeah.
I think it's good to get out there, just not just one salon that you're really hoping to get into. Don't just look at that one, because you never know that salon right around the corner that is like cool, eclectic,
Yes.
that you didn't know about. It's like a hidden gem. That might be your like forever home
Yep.
right there. So don't discount any salons until you actually have shadowed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of salons, I want to give a shout out to a salon product distributor you might have heard of locally based here in Springfield called Salon Service
I
Group.
was curious if it was SSG.
Well, and if you are a salon and you are wanting to create your own online store, you can actually go to salonservicegroup.com and look up SSG Direct. Your clients can purchase products online. They do the work for you, and you make the money. 30% commission, rewards, and
Okay.
free shipping over any order for your client over $75. You need to go check that out right now.
Work smarter, not harder, is what I'm hearing.
Exactly.
Well, I do have one more question for you, and I really want you to delve deep into this one, okay? But if you could tell hairstylist who is Kaitlin, who is still in school, anything, what would you tell her?
I think patience, having patience, like that has been a huge thing for me. Learning that it's going to take time, but if you put in the hard work, I mean, whenever I was in cosmetology school, I worked a full-time job, went to school full-time, and worked a part-time job.
Preach.
So, and my first year out of school, I worked 2 full-time jobs just to try and build my clientele. So I think patience and nothing worth having comes easy in my books.
Nothing.
Would you say patience pays?
Yeah, absolutely it does. Yes, 100%.
Phrase of the day, patience pays.
Yes.
If I've learned anything about patience recently over the last few months, it is that right before you think you're about to give up is when you're about to have your biggest success.
Yes.
And
You have learned that personally.
yes.
Yeah.
And even when you're creating a business or a culture or a brand, or you're creating your own clientele
Yeah.
base based on putting yourself out there, it's all about patience and perseverance.
It really is. I mean, it
And
truly
believing
is.
in yourself.
Yes.
Continue right when you stop believing in yourself is when everything's going to stop. Continue to believe in yourself, because like that's what's going to get you everywhere. That's what's
Yes.
going to get you to every single hair goal. Every single goal in life is believing in you.
And
But-
lean on your hair friends. Like
Yes.
Kaitlin
Oh,
in
yes.
the salon, who
100%.
are willing
Yes.
to spend time and give you the education and the guidance you need to make the right decisions for you in your career. Kaitlin, thank you so much for coming today.
Yes,
It
thank
has
you so
been
much, guys.
So great. I mean, education and finding the right people to help you, the most important thing.
Oh,
The most
100%.
most
So
important.
important.
And
Yes.
speaking of support, Salon Service Group, our sponsor, again, another shout out from Tristan about YouSmooth.
Yes, make sure, as always, to go to check out usmooth.com. Right now, if you purchase the smoothing iron, you can get 3 YouSmooth products of your choice free with it.
Now, Kaitlin, before we go, you have a very near and dear organization to your heart based in Marshfield.
Yes.
And that we are going to be working with you to bring attention to. So you
Yes.
tell our hair friends a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. So it's called Sleep in Heavenly Peace, and it's an organization in Marshfield that provides beds for children in the community that don't have beds. And whenever I heard about this organization, it really stood out to me because there are so many children that don't have a bed to sleep on. They're sleeping on floors. So this organization helps and goes out and gets beds for these children.
Wow. And what was the name of the organization again for our hair friends?
Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
And what we're going to do at myhairfriend.com is create a promo code SLEEP25, giving 25% off of any of our first edition, limited edition HairFriend merchandise, and 5% of all those sales for the next 2 weeks are going to go to Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Well,
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Kaitlin.
Kaitlin. Thank you so much
Thank
for coming to the
you.
HairFriend Network. Make sure to check us out at myhairfriend.com. Check out usmooth.com, salonservicegroup.com, and we will see you on all the social media platforms, Hair Friends.
Thanks for listening, hair friends.
Thanks, Hair
Have a good day.
Friends.
For next time.
Cheers.
Bye.